At this time, the optional roll feed conveyor can also be installed. Place the conveyor so the coupling tabs are towards the laminator. They are only on one end. Mount the conveyor tie brackets to the outfeed end of the laminator with the bolts provided. Don't tighten them yet. Slide the conveyor into place, aligning the bracket bolts with the tabs. Install the washer and nuts. Now level the conveyor and set the height using the feet on the conveyor. Do the same at the outfeed end, but allow a drop in height of 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. This allows the panel to relax as it exits the machine, thus helping to keep it flatter. Tighten the bolts, which hold the tie brackets to the laminator. Once this is complete, the unit is ready to run. Mount the roll feed A-frame to the outfeed conveyor with the bolts provided. Make sure the slide at the top of the A-frame with the round bar on it is on the operator side. The tabs go on the inside of the conveyor rails. The bolts go through the hex axle holes. The 5th and 15th holes from the end get the frame as close as possible to the pinch roller. Set the shaft into the bearing at the top of the A-frame. Next, mount the air brake assembly to the shaft. Be sure the brake assembly is on the operator side. The slot in the brake plate will drop over the pin to prevent the plate from rotating. Insert the supplied key into the shaft. Tighten the set screw as shown. Adjust the slide on the A-frame so the shaft is the same distance from the roller on each side. Tighten the bolts to hold. Now slide the first core chuck on the shaft. The standard core chucks are made to hold 3-inch diameter cores. Slide the shaft through the core. The roll stock is light enough for 2 people to handle. It's easier to set it on 2 of the outfeed bed rollers. Then lift the shaft into place. Be certain when doing this the roll is positioned so the finished face will go to the chrome roll when it's unwrapped. Then put the first core chuck inside the core, driving it firmly into place. Repeat with the other chuck. Note that these chucks are made to fit paper cores. Metal-tipped paper cores will require an expanding type chuck. Now unroll enough material to wrap around the chrome roller going between the compression roller. Make sure the machine is off and the compression rolls are not turning. Move the roll stock so the edge slightly overhangs the substrate. Now you may tighten the thumb screws to hold the materials in place. Then attach your airline to the brake assembly. As a rule, the lighter, more flexible the material, the less air pressure you'll need. Use only enough air pressure to keep the roll stock from wrinkling as it goes onto the board. Start at about 10 pounds of pressure, adjusting as needed. Now start the machine and heat it up. Make sure compression is set properly. Cut the glue for the panel and run the board into the drive. Pull out slightly on the roll stock to keep it tight until the board catches it and begins to run through the machine. If the material wrinkles, you may need to slightly adjust the air pressure. Once the panel exits the pinch roller, it will stop. The next panel may now be run. We recommend you leave the first panel attached to the roll stock until the second panel begins to run. This will keep the tension on the roll stock, minimizing the chance of it wrinkling. The roll stock may be cut as the second panel begins to exit the pinch roller.